Farm Focus has rolled out 3 agents straight after migrating to 5 or 6 products from Salesforce, all within the space of 12 months. Here's Blair Rooney, Head of Growth for Farm Focus.
Farm Focus is a SaaS product for farmers, been around 45 years. It's sort of come through all the evolution of technology from floppy disk to right through to cloud, and then obviously the AI sort of era is kind of the fourth wave of innovation. So we support farmers with their financial decisions, GST compliance, planning ahead, making decisions.
These agents that you're rolling out, did you learn how to do that yourself internally? Are you working with a consultancy?
We've tried to do it ourselves. This has been part of a wider AI strategy for the business. I mean, like, as you would be talking to a lot of businesses about, it's prevalent across every company. AI is coming, if you like it or not, and businesses need to adapt. So we've taken quite a macro view of the business and been talking about how we can integrate it into our product, into our business, and also help the people we've got working there, but also the customers as well. So we're doing it as part of a wider piece of work.
So let me just understand, you've only been a Salesforce customer for 12 months, and you've already rolled out 3 types of agents?
Yep, 3 agents. We've also rolled out 4 products as well with the Salesforce product suite. So we're end-to-end Salesforce now as a business.
What were the Salesforce products you rolled out?
Service, Marketing Cloud. We actually have 2 marketing products. We have the Agentforce marketing product, and we have the Marketing Cloud account engagement as well. We have Service and Sales, and also Slack, so I guess 6, Yeah, so Slack as well, because we've been a Slack customer for about 10 years, so yeah.
Right, that's quite a lot to get done in 12 months.
It is, yeah. It was an intense project. We did it in about 3 months, and we replaced a lot of tools doing so, yeah.
I guess it's the advantage of being a technology company is that you can roll out technology projects fast.
Yeah, I always think there's enough pain in a business. People are willing to move quickly, and I think change management was really a big part of that. So we needed to bring the teams on the journey, and everyone was quite invested in the project by the time we kicked off. So,
okay, so you made the decision 12 months ago, 3 months to roll out all of these Salesforce products, and then straight into building agents after that point.
Yeah.
What was the first one you started with?
Yeah, Service. So Service was the main one that was available at the time. As they've rolled it out, they've had multiple platforms. So they've had Agentforce, the first version, second, third, and now fourth. So we started with some really small use cases on the Service. We didn't roll that out initially, like right away. We sort of wanted to see what was going to come because it was still very basic at the start of when they brought it out. We probably brought it out about 6 months ago, fully across all our customers. That was one use case that we saw straight away that would work because we have a service centre, a customer success team who deal with all our customers every day via phone. We have about 12,000, 13,000 chats a year, and we saw a very quick reduction, and we could reduce cost on that. Not that we didn't want to hear from our customers, it was more we could see that the value that the customer could get by getting the answer quicker was actually better for them, and inevitably let our team actually take more calls.
So roughly 1,000 chats a month, and how many was the agent able to handle?
76%.
Wow, that's quite a high number.
It's high. Yeah, it is high. And look, I'll be honest, we've had to refine that, and I think everyone who uses AI will know that it's not perfect, so we've had to actively go through and check it and make sure, and sense check what it's doing, because this whole autonomous agents thing is kind of a bit scary for people, especially with what we do, because it's financial, product, so we don't want to be giving advice. There's a lot of guardrails we want to make sure we have around it as well.
76%, that's 700 responses every month. How were you able to get the confidence that it was answering accurately across such a large number of responses?
Yeah, so with Salesforce's releases, every time they've released, they've brought out new products that allow you to test a lot more. So there's you've got the agent builder itself, which allows you to test all the topics and have all the rules and the topics and the guardrails within that. And then there's also a testing kind of centre within Agentforce now that allows you to upload all the questions, like potential questions, and test them, and then run that as like a script, and then that'll give an answer and show you what the exact answers would be, and then we've refined it like that. But we've also gone through chats as they come in. We have people that will look and check the quality, but also Salesforce does have tools that will tell you likely based on the sentiment and the responses from the customer, likely if it actually answered the question or not as well.
Okay, so you can see how many people are pissed off and say, that answer's probably wrong, high likelihood.
Yeah, And one of the challenges we had is we have a product that's quite complex, probably similar to Salesforce, right? There's a lot of products, a lot of features, a lot of different nuances to those features as well. So trying to train an AI to understand the context of our product was really hard as well, because we talk about GST, and then there's a GST return, and then there's different terms that are used, and AI tries to just wants to answer the question. So we've had to really try and refine it so it doesn't just give an answer, it actually thinks.
What has the accuracy been like for its responses from over since you installed it and ongoing?
Yeah, I would say it's about 80% accurate. Yeah, there's a few like times where it'll give an answer that's like right, but it needs to be refined on maybe one of the it's made up maybe something where a button might be, or it's it doesn't know what the product looks like, but it'll just click that button or click this thing because it's read it in a help center article or somewhere. So it's trying to just make sure that our content we're also giving it is accurate.
You're constantly updating your product. Buttons are moving, screens are changing. How effective was the service agent at keeping up with that?
With the way that it retrieves the data, it retrieves it at the time that it's the question's asked. So if it helps into articles, because we have everything's built on Salesforce, so we bring in that data from Knowledge or through Data Cloud. It knows that data in the moment. We have a great education team who update our resources daily throughout the month. So as they're getting updated, the things are becoming more and more accurate. But what we have noticed is accuracy is more around us being quite concise around how we're giving answers as well. So when we're talking about content we're writing, the more targeted, bullet-pointed 1, 2, 3, 4, AI can definitely use that better than a paragraph it's got to understand that paragraph, and there might be an example. Trying to limit the margin for error is important as well.
Service agent clearly was a success then. If that's 75% is massive, 76%. The next agent, was that marketing, did you say? And what was the process that you were aiming to automate?
Yeah, so marketing was that's my realm of what I do is marketing. So what I saw when I first started at the company was that we didn't have we first of all didn't have a tool that was centralizing all the data in one place. We didn't really know who our customers were, what they were doing, giving them the right message at the right time. We couldn't do that. So what we did was we went through a process of getting all the data into one platform and then being able to sort of enrich data on our customers that we already had. And then we've managed to, from there, bring in a product called Agentforce Marketing, which we hear about today a lot. It's built on the Salesforce platform, which allows you to use the data you've already got. And then with Data Cloud or Data 360, you're able to bring more data in on top of those customers and then use that to actually build campaigns, briefs, and generally just be able to target customers really easily. So one of the best features that I really like is the campaign segment agent, which allows you to build segments of all your customers with just writing natural language prompts like, I want a farmer that's in New South Wales, is doing dairy, and maybe they haven't logged in 30 days. And because it knows your data, and it's all built on the same platform, it can build that segment for us. That used to take us 3 weeks and $10,000 potentially of people's time to pull a segment like that. We'd have a whole data team pulling segments. Now my marketing team can do that in about 30 seconds.
Have you been able to measure the benefit to the business directly?
A couple of numbers. So first of all, the cost reduction of bringing Salesforce in was around 1.1 million per year. So that's saved us about 1.1 million.
In app stack saving costs?
Yeah. Between resource and apps and external resource we've been using, we've been able to reduce that. 90% time to value with marketing campaigns, so a 90% reduction in time. So that's from being able to create an EDM, the segment, sending it out, measuring it, 90% reduction in time. So something that would take a week now takes half a day.
And then you said there's a third agent as well, is that right?
Yes, one of the things we're looking at the moment, and it's not quite live yet. So Slack is the tool that we use more than anything else. We've had it for a long time. I think we'd maybe sent like 5 or 6 million messages through Slack, and we had all these files everywhere. And what we found is, because we're quite we're a small to medium business. We've got about 40 staff. So all those 40 staff are creating documents and lists and They're having meetings and recordings and transcripts all throughout different apps. What Slack's allowing us to do with, there's something called Slackbot, which has come out. Someone's looking for something about a customer or looking for a meeting or looking for that file. It'll go out to all your applications you've got and bring in all the data on that particular thing you've asked for, and it will give you an answer in Slack. Now, normally that would take our business, well, I know myself, trying to find a file sometimes can take 20, 30 minutes to find one file. That will do it in a couple of seconds.
So massive productivity benefit lift across the whole organisation.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things, as I said, about that whole wider business AI strategy is that we're not actually just looking at throwing AI into our product for our customers. We want to give them efficiency as well, but as a business, how can we do more with less, but also do more to help our customers as well? So that time we were otherwise spending on something else, we can be spending more time actually doing more marketing, doing more customer success, doing more education, rather than sitting in the office trying to do admin.
Also interested whether you're looking at any other agentic platforms outside of Salesforce.
Heaps. I feel like the AI era is going to almost be like it's like the cloud era where there's all these apps that came out. I feel like everyone's going to end up with 5 or 10 or 20 different AI apps. I feel like maybe we are going towards another stack of all these apps that we're going to end up paying for. But I think the one that I want to call out is we're working with AWS. So we're doing a Bedrock project. We're actually launching it now. It's in beta. It's going to be out very, very shortly. It's variance insights on the financial performance. It's comparing, multi-farms. It's looking at all your reports, giving you some analysis on that. So rather than just looking at a static A4 piece of paper with some numbers on it, it's going to give you some really deep understanding of your business based on the data that's in your farm or in your financial system. And then what we are building off the top of that as well as a farm assistant that's going to allow you to query all your data. So we're gonna have that rolled out in the next month or so, but allows farmers to be able to basically ask any question they want around their data, and it will hopefully add some value to them. It's very early days at the moment, but we are seeing some great use cases for that for our customers.
What's the experience like using AWS Bedrock versus Agentforce?
I think you'll find a lot of it's built on the same platform. I'm pretty sure Agentforce is built on AWS. So I think a lot of these products people are using. I think Agentforce is just another product that allows you to build AI very quickly. And I think one of the things that I think the people that will win the AI race was the people that allow people like me, who is semi-technical but isn't an engineer, isn't a developer, but can go in and build something and deploy it myself without having to have an engineer or some really technical person do it. I think that's why Salesforce is going to potentially win that agentic race, because other systems like Bedrock, AWS, and the likes, OpenAI, or that, you need to have deep technical understanding to, first of all, build that layer and then build a product over top of it. For us with Agentforce, it just allows us to, it's very easy. And it means anyone in the business can build these agents.
You see it more breaking down as multiple platforms by use case based on time to value?
I think we're going to see a shift in the world back to microservice type operators where, you look at Lovable and these quick, these vibe coding type platforms. People are able to build an app and deploy something on their own with a database with all the stuff in there, with security, with logins, without knowing any code. So for us, I think we will use a tool that works at the moment. I don't think we want to have like 20 or 30 different platforms that are running our product, but we chose AWS to start with because our product's built on AWS. It felt like a natural first step, but I think we will work with whatever vendor will give the most value at the time. And at the moment, that is Salesforce and AWS.
Thanks very much, Blair.
You're welcome.